Hello everyone, my name is Ciaran and welcome to another Manchester United preview. If you wonder, I'm in a bit of a different surrounding. I am actually in an airport, so that is why I'm talking a bit quietly. So if I am a bit quiet, I would suggest you turn me up on your laptops, whatever what you're watching. But it is preview time. I'm not sure when the preview is going to come out, but we are going to be previewing Manchester United versus Spurs Monday night kickoff, and it really is a must-win game. I think. Obviously, with the results of the teams around us, obviously City drawing to Wolves, which is probably the result of the week so far. But Chelsea, Arsenal, Liverpool, they're all getting the points. So if we want to make sure we keep up with those guys, we need to get the 3 points tomorrow, or maybe today, whether it's uploaded on Monday or not. But coming out of that Brighton game, if you want to see my thoughts on that, I've done a review on the Brighton game. If you haven't seen it, I recommend you go see it. It was a great. It wasn't a great video to make, but it probably will be a great watch for you guys. But yeah, it's going to be very difficult against Spurs. Obviously, going back to Old Trafford for a home game, and notoriously we have been quite good against Spurs at home. And obviously, Spurs haven't had a great record against us at home when they play away to us as well. So in that sort of sense, in a kind of like an omen sense, we've got the kind of upper hand. But football doesn't work like that. It definitely does not work like that. Spurs have got some quality players. I think Spurs have had a better start to the season than we have, winning their opening 2 games. Obviously, we've only won 1 and lost 1 as well against Brighton. But we have to bounce back. There's no doubt about that. I think the performance against Brighton was shocking. Most players, really put in bad performances, underwhelming performances. So we need to really get back to our best. And obviously, our first 2 games of the season, we haven't really been playing our best. But Spurs are going to be a very, very tough side. Mauricio Pochettino always has them very well organised. The last 2 times, we've only won 1-0 against them, so they're quite good defensively. But I do think I'm confident going into these games just because notoriously Spurs find it very, very difficult to come to Old Trafford. But it doesn't mean I'm ruling Spurs out whatsoever, because I'm telling you they're a very, very decent side. They've won their first opening 2 games. Harry Kane has scored in August, so he might be looking to come to Old Trafford and to increase his tally. But he hasn't really had a great record against Manchester United as well. He's only scored once against Manchester United in 8 previous appearances, so he does find it very, very difficult to score against United, which is a good sign. But then it's going to be difficult because obviously Spurs, they're going to set up well, and I think they've got more confidence than us going into this game. Coming off the loss against Brighton, Spurs coming off a win against Fulham at home, 3-1 win there. Their squad's probably buzzing. So look, it's going to be a very, very tricky game. I just have a feeling we will get the 3 points out of this. And I think if we see the likes of Fred playing to his potential, because in the first few games we haven't really seen Fred playing to his potential. Yes, obviously it's going to be difficult for him starting in English football. He's not going to pick it up straight away, but it's going to be difficult. But I do hope we can see a bit more from him in the Spurs game. Pogba as well is going to be a huge game for him. All the critics, he scored 2 and 2, obviously 2 penalties, 1 against Leicester, 1 against Brighton last Sunday. But he has got 2 and 2, and he's had so many critics. He's had so much stuff talked about him in the press. So it's going to be a huge game for Paul Pogba. Hopefully he can shut down some of the haters and some of the rumours, all that sort of stuff. Just leave all the negativity surrounding him and all the controversy surrounding him in the dressing room, and can come out and can put in a really decent performance. And I think defensively, we need to make sure we don't make mistakes, because against Leicester in the first game of the season, we did make a few mistakes, and they did actually capitalise. Vardy obviously got his goal from a bit of a defensive mistake, and if we create, they're going to create chances. We don't need to be creating chances for them. So if we are going to win this game, we need to keep the defensive lapses of lapses of concentration to a minimum if we can. But I'm hopeful. I do think that either one of Eric Bailly or Victor Lindelof will be swapped out for Chris Smalling. I feel that Jose Mourinho probably is losing his patience with either one of them, really. So I think Chris Smalling will be coming in for one of them. But I think in that sense, I think the defence is going to be changed slightly. I'm not sure if Valencia's fit yet. You guys can let me know in the comment section if he is fit. But I don't think Valencia's fit, so I think maybe Ashley Young will start again in that right back position. I think it'll be a midfield 3 of Fred, Pogba, and then we might see either Nemanja Matic if he does come back as well, because he is a potential person who's going to come back from injury for us. If he doesn't come back, I reckon we'll see Pereira starting there as well. And then the front three, I'm not sure if Alexis is coming back from injury either. If he isn't, I reckon we're going to play Martial on the left, Lukaku in the middle, and I would love to see Rashford on the right. I'd love to see Rashford or Lingard. I'd probably like to see either Rashford or Lingard on the right hand side. Unfortunately, I feel like Jose Mourinho is going to play Mata on the right. It seems like Mata is the player that he does favour to play on the right, which is unfortunate. But I just think Mata's potential is much better. It's just being wasted on the right. He's much better playing through the middle. Making those killer passes. But Mourinho's going to pick the team he's going to pick, and I do think Jose Mourinho has a decent plan to beat Spurs, and he does seem to always kind of get the job done. Even the 1-0 wins, I would take that. Obviously, just against a kind of rival like Spurs, a 1-0 win, I would just absolutely take it. So look, I think Jose Mourinho's got a plan, but I do think unfortunately Mata's going to play on the right wing. I just don't know why we play Mata on the right wing, but there you go. And then Saz, my team, obviously De Gea in goal. I always forget to mention him, but he seems like the one kind of constant on the team sheet. But yeah, that's kind of my thoughts on the team and stuff like that. But yeah, it's going to be difficult, guys. It's going to be really, really difficult. We need to really bounce back. In front of that Old Trafford crowd, we need to get the fans back on side. So yeah, it's going to be a very interesting game to watch. I'm looking forward to it. Obviously, the first big side we played this season at Old Trafford, under the lights as well. It's going to be a corker of a game. I can sense it. But we need to bounce back really from that Brighton game, and get the fans back on side and really get behind the team, because in the last few weeks we haven't really been getting behind the team. There's been especially on social media, things like that. A lot of the fans are getting a bit upset with the style of play and things like that. So we need to get back behind this team. We need to support the manager, and we're gonna have to go for it against Spurs. We have to go for it. And I think if we play the way we did against Brighton, it could be a very, very long night for us. But that's really my thoughts on the game. You guys can leave your thoughts obviously in the comment section down below. I do apologise if it was a bit noisy or anything like that. Obviously I am in an airport right now. I'm just coming back home from my holiday. The review will be when I'm back in the studio as normal. So get ready for a live stream tomorrow night after the game. But anyway guys, that is me done for today. Thanks for watching. If you've got any thoughts on the game, your predicted lineup, how you think the game's going to go, please do let me know in the comment section down below. Subscribe to the channel, of course, if you are new, and hopefully we can bring home the 3 points tomorrow. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys tomorrow after the game.